Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Preston Endress. The United States Department of Justice has announced plans to monitor compliance with federal voting rights laws in Luzerne County during the November 5th general election. Luzerne County is one of 86 jurisdictions nationwide that will be monitored. The monitors will include Justice Department personnel contacting state and local election officials as needed through Election Day in an attempt to protect the rights of all eligible citizens to access the ballot. The personnel will also be available throughout the day to receive questions and complaints from the public related to possible violations of federal voting rights laws. To file a report, you can visit the department's website at civilrights.justice.gov. A home in East Union Township has been declared a total loss following a Sunday morning fire. According to officials, crews responded to 746 Creek Road in Zion Grove around 1:45 a.m. for reports of a garage fire. Upon arriving at the scene, crews say the fire was extending from the garage into the home and that the additional fire crews were requested. Officials say 3 people and 3 dogs were displaced by the fire and that the home and garage were declared a complete loss. No injuries were reported. Crews remained on scene for several hours. The cause of the fire is currently under investigation by the Pennsylvania State Police Fire Marshal. The Department of Environmental Protection has issued a drought watch for several counties in our area. The drought watch is currently in effect for Columbia, Luzerne, and Carbon counties, with Schuylkill County experiencing a drought warning. Drought declarations are based on several factors, including stream flow, groundwater levels, precipitation, and soil moisture. In response to the drought, several municipalities have issued burn bans and requests for voluntary water conservation. Tips for conserving water include skipping the car wash, running the dishwasher and washing machine less often, and watering the garden in the cooler evening and morning hours. For additional information, you can visit dep.pa.gov/drought. Coming up on WYLN News, a firefighter is injured following a Sunday morning fire in Wilkes-Barre. Plus, the American Cancer Society telethon returns to Hazleton later this month. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Lehigh Valley Health Network and Jefferson Health have come together, 2 leading health systems dedicated to improving the well-being of our communities and offering you broader access to uncompromising, high-quality care, stronger together for you.
Hi, my name is Ezra. I'm 5 years old, and it's sunny out, so break your sunglasses.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today. FNL Doors, your trusted overhead door supplier for over 50 years, providing quality products and services to Eastern PA and beyond with 2 strategic locations. They carry garage doors from leading manufacturers in the industry like Rainer. They guarantee parts and service for your home or business, from new construction to replacement doors, inspections, and service calls. FNL Doors stands behind every job, taking pride in the work they do. Call 800-344-DOOR or visit FNL Doors online at fldoors.com or visit their showrooms in Hazel Township or Schuylkill Haven.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, fresh from the farm, everyday heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Hello, I'm Wyln historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
Welcome back to WYLN News. One firefighter has been injured following a Sunday morning fire in Wilkes-Barre. According to officials, crews were called to the former Master Chemical Products building on Cary Avenue around 2 a.m. Upon arriving at the scene, crews say heavy smoke was visible inside the structure and coming from the roof of the building. Units from Wilkes-Barre, Kingston, 44th, and Hanover Township all responded to the scene. Officials say firefighters worked from the roof of the structure to create vent holes for clearing the smoke and accessing the fire. Crews were at the scene for around 3 hours in total. One firefighter was injured at the scene, but his condition is unknown at this time. A man is wanted in Carbon and Luzerne counties. According to officials, Andrew Ortiz is wanted by the Carbon County Sheriff's Office on domestic relations charges. He is also wanted by the Luzerne County Sheriff's Office for felony charges of possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance. Ortiz is known to have ties to the Beaver Meadows area. Anyone with information regarding his whereabouts is asked to contact the Carbon County Sheriff's Office at 570-325-2821. The American Cancer Society Telethon is returning to Hazleton on Saturday, November 23rd. The live event will run from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. at the Pennsylvania Theater of Performing Arts located at 212 West Broad Street in Hazleton. The program will also be broadcast live on WYLN and streamed onto the WYLN TV 35 YouTube channel. This year's theme is Sweeping Cancer Out of the Door. To make a pledge, you can call 570-459-1212. Coming up on Shenandoah's News Choice, Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Summit Hill Part 1. Plus, we check in with Luzerne County Manager Romilda Crocomo on Crocomo's County Report. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
Contact Pete Casalica for a home and auto quote today.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Cher's Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in at 610 North Broad Street in West Hazleton, 570-454-7229. Cher's is proud to be celebrating 70 years in business.
Hey, it's Justin from Grand Central, and our trained sleep professionals are here to help you sleep like never before. With an extensive line of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we are sure to find you the right mattress at the right price. Free delivery and removal, interest-free financing for up to 60 months, and same or next day delivery on select models.
And don't forget, everyday low prices. Stop in to one of our 2 locations, Route 93 in Nescopec,
or downtown Hazleton,
and see why Northeast and Central Pennsylvania sleeps better with Grand Central.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food week on WYLN TV 35.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Hey everybody, this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, I'm Dr. John Dagener. I'm going to host a show with no other patients today. I love when my patients tell their stories, but today I want to just spend some special time with you about some perspectives of life.
Everything that came to be on top of Sharp Mountain can be traced back to hunter Philip Ginner. Born in Germany in 1719, he and his family immigrated to America in 1746. By 1791, he and his family lived in a log cabin in the woods near the mountain. Then one fateful day, Ginner was out hunting on Sharp Mountain. Heading home after an unsuccessful hunt due to a brewing storm, he fatefully tripped over a large black rock. Having heard rumors that there might be coal in the area, Ginner gathered up several fragments of the rock and took it to Colonel Jacob Weiss at Fort Allen, near today's Lehighton. Weiss confirmed that what Ginner had found was indeed coal, and that they could conceivably make a fortune from it. Ginner, though, declined this option, asking instead that Weiss simply give him several hundred acres of land in the fertile Mahoning Valley so he and his family could live a better life. Weiss agreed to the suggestion and gave Ginner 400 acres of land in what is today westernmost Carbon County. Unfortunately, it turned out in time that somebody else already had title to the land in question, and within a few years of his discovery, Ginner, who had gone ahead and built a mill on what he thought was his property, was forced to vacate it. He moved out to Somerset County in southwestern Pennsylvania, where he died in 1808. Carbon County, however, still holds Ginner in high esteem for his discovery today. A monument to his find now stands in Ludlow Park, where it was erected in 1941. And once word there was coal in the mountain got out, industrialization began in earnest on Sharp Mountain. Lehigh Coal and Navigation's predecessor company began mining operations on the mountain in 1792, the year after Ginner's find. A community soon sprung up around it. In tribute to the mining operations that made it possible, the town's main east-west streets were named in honor of local coal legends such as Josiah White, Judge Jesse Fell, and Erskine Hazard. The first coal breaker would go up in 1844 in the Woodside section of what by then was known as Summit Hill. Other breakers, such as the number 6, would come in the years to follow. The Summit Hill area would also take in coal from the wider Panther Valley. The Panther Creek Plains would haul coal up the mountain from Lansford. From there, beginning in 1827, they would be loaded onto the cars of the Switchback Railway and sent by gravity down to what was then Mock Chunk, where the coal would be loaded onto canal boats for transportation to market. By 1872, with the completion of the Hotto Tunnel in the Panther Valley, which allowed an easier path for coal to reach consumers, the Switchback would be reconfigured as a tourist attraction. At its peak in the late 1800s and early 1900s, the Switchback Railway was second only to Niagara Falls as a popular tourist attraction in the United States. Riders on what may consider to be the first roller coaster in the world would enter Summit Hill after being pulled up the Mount Jefferson Plain on the east side of town. A 462-foot rise took twice as fast as a trip to the Mount Pisgah Plain near Mock Chunk. The Switchback's cars then enter Summit Hill proper, passing on the Pine Street crossover, which was one of 3 bridges on the route, before finally coming to the end of the journey at the Switchback Summit Hill Station on Ludlow Street. The ravages of the Great Depression spelled the end of the Switchback services in the 1930s, and the Summit Hill Station would be torn down with the tracks in 1938. Mining would also bring tourists to Summit Hill for another reason. Mine fires had broken out underground in the borough on February 15, 1859. It is believed someone may have wheeled a coal car into a branch shaft of one of the mines and left it near a ventilation furnace, then forgot about it, during which time it ignited. The mines were soon burning for years, and every attempt to put them out, from pouring water on them to clay barriers to pouring concrete into the mines, failed. Tourists, however, took to wandering through the fields above the conflagrations and watching the steam rising from the fires into the air, a phenomenon which also kept the grass in the area green year-round. The mine fires also triggered another attraction for Summit Hill, as in certain air shafts, the heat from the fires interacted with the cooler air coming in from above to create ice caves that were frozen solid even in the heat of summer. Guests would climb down to the shafts to watch the seemingly miraculous ice caves. The end for the burning mines finally came in the 1940s, when strip mining, which also destroyed the ice caves, finally allowed the fires to be extinguished. Due to all the mining operations by then going on down the Panther Valley, there wasn't much space for cemeteries in Lansford and Coaldale. Summit Hill thus became the place for local burials. On the east side of town, between Hazard, White, and Ludlow streets, 9 cemeteries, among them the Grand Army of the Republic Cemetery, Sacred Heart Polish National Church Cemetery, St. John Slovak Lutheran Cemetery, and St. Mary's Russian Orthodox Cemetery sprang up next to each other. Today what has become known as Cemetery Row is the final resting place for over 10,000 souls. Among them is, notably, the grave of the first European child born in Mauch Chunk, Josiah White, Erskine Hazard, George Frederick, Augustus Otto Brink, and 77 Civil War soldiers in the Grand Army of the Republic Cemetery, Soldier Square.
Penn State Hazleton is improving the lives of others, starting in our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Tune in and see all the unique places to stay and things to do in the Pocono Mountains. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the WYLN News Midday Update, posted daily between noon and 2 p.m., powered by Lehigh Valley Health Network. When it's serious, there's only one health network with seriously innovative health institutes. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
County Report. I'm Preston Endress, the host today, and here with me is my good friend Romelda Crocomo. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
I'm pretty good, especially now that it's November.
It's November.
And I'm looking forward to some good things. Like I'm going to honor my grandfather on the 11th this year because he was a good man. And
great.
It's also in November. I consider the start of the Christmas season.
That's right.
I don't care what anyone says, honestly.
That's all right.
So it's finally come to just one more day, and I'm quite excited because I have been getting text messages and text messages and text messages and on YouTube ads and ads and ads. Like, it's finally just here.
It's here. Tomorrow is the day.
Yeah.
Big day.
Yeah, I'm And I have yet to actually see what my new polling place is going to be, because I'm so used to that one firehouse near my grandmother's. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a oddity to go to, but I guess you've been looking forward to it just as much as I have.
Well, yeah, it's going to be a long day, but we're ready.
And with what's been going on, we're obviously not here to give any opinions or anything like that regarding elections. But so you're just what are your high hopes that come to the country, at least definitely for Pennsylvania, for these coming 4 years?
Well, I just hope that tomorrow goes without incident. We're prepared. We want to make sure that our elections are fair and free and safe. And we've been doing a lot of different things, some public, some that the public doesn't know about, to make sure that everybody has a free, fair, and safe election. So what I hope is that tomorrow goes smoothly. I would like to have people be patient with our poll workers, especially in the morning. The polls open at 7. Sometimes the poll workers can't make it, they get sick, and sometimes there's just some delays. They have to plug in all the machines, but be patient. I can tell you that if you call a news station or you report something on social media, we're not going to respond to those complaints. If you have an issue at the polling place, you have to go to the judge of elections before you go. The judge of elections will call the bureau. We will have most, if not all, our county attorneys available. But that's how we are going to respond to issues. So don't put it on Facebook. Go to the judge of election before you leave, and that judge of election will contact the bureau.
Like Facebook would ever be a reliable source.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
Right.
And to this day, patience and time, or is it time and patience, still a big critical factor.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Lines are going to be long, but I can tell you we're staying until every ballot is counted. Obviously, they're unofficial results, but all of the ballots that we can post, we will.
And so I'm guessing that for every different polling place in PA, it's going to be a different time and go for...
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Some polling places may stay open after 8. If you're in line at 8 o'clock at night, we have to keep the polls open for you to vote. So I suspect that there are going to be some polling places that will be opened after 8 o'clock. And but we'll deal with that.
And you're always looking forward to people always 100% giving respect to those who've earned it. It's
absolutely. Absolutely. Our poll workers are judges of election. All of our election workers, they are the foundation of our democracy. We are a country that votes our leaders through ballots, not bullets. So I implore everyone who goes to the polls or comes to the bureaus, please respect the election workers.
Yeah. And what we put in those ballots, we are just in high hopes that it's all worth it in the end. It's 4 years of time and process and experience on what our leaders have given us. And yeah, I hope mine makes a big difference. You hope yours makes a big difference.
That's right. Every vote counts.
Yeah. Yes, it really does.
It really does.
And can you remind me again, what's a penalty I've heard? Because as a kid, I told you have to vote. Let's see, because it's bad or something if you don't.
Well, there's no criminal responsibility if you're registered and you don't vote. But that's how we voice our preferences is through the ballot box. So that's what makes it so important.
Well, granted, I've always been prepared ever since I was I'm going to say 5, because kindergarten gave me a big lecture on stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, well, so there's anything coming up that you want to bring up or something?
Well, we're still going through the budget process. The next county council meeting is November 12th, and we'll be reviewing more of our budget.
Yeah, I guess anything government related has to
keep going. The government, Luzerne County government, is still operating even though we have this big event tomorrow.
Well, I look forward to that and the lack of text messages because I'm just annoyed. I'm very annoyed at this point. I'm sort of clicking that delete or report junk button on my.
Yeah, I understand. I get them too.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see how that goes. And this has been Crocomo's County Report, and I hope you all had a good time watching, and we'll see you next time.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.